Hi viewers, good afternoon. Welcome to Uni-Experts Expert Talks. Let me introduce myself. I am Sandhya Vaka, Assistant Manager Counseling for USA at Uni-Experts. Today, we are here to discuss about one of the top-ranked public land-grant research university located in the state of Arizona, United States of America. That is the University of Arizona. Let me invite our special guest, Mr. Srikanth Palakurthy, Regional Recruitment and Marketing Representative, South India, from the University of Arizona, to know about the university, available courses, entry requirements, and many more. Hi, Srikanth. It's my pleasure to introduce you to our viewers.
Thank
Thank
you
you
very
for
much,
joining
Sandhya.
with us. Yeah.
Thank you
Let's
very much.
start the session with the introduction of the university, Srikanth.
All right. Thank you. So,
Yeah.
good afternoon, everybody. To all the students who are, aiming to pursue your higher education in the United States. And especially special thanks to Uni Experts for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful event, where I can discuss, about University of Arizona, give you some insights about the university and the programs offered, prerequisites, or the benefits out of pursuing your masters in University of Arizona. So thank you, Sandhya, and thank you very much, Chaitanya, for coordinating with me and making sure that this event is going live on the scheduled one. Right. So allow me to share my screen so that I would be able to
Yes,
give
Srikanth.
you better understanding about the University of Arizona.
Yeah, sure, Srikanth. You can.
Yep. So is it visible?
Yeah, Srikanth. Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect. Right. So yes, a University of Arizona. I understand it's a very popular university in the entire India. Established in 1855. That means it has a history of 150 years, more than 150 years, I would say. The exact location, to be precise, Tucson, located in the southwestern US with a global reach, of course. And you can see that we are among the top 50 public universities in the United States, and also ranked as top 100. So among the top 100 global universities, in certain situations, people also say that the University of Arizona is far better or has more standards than IITs in India. But
Yeah.
yes, being an Indian, I would support IITs, especially, yes. And you can also see that uh, we have 46,932 students every year, pursuing their higher studies in University of Arizona. Among them, 36,503 undergrads, and you can see 10,042 429 graduate students. And yes, you can see a huge number of international students, which are 3,600 students per year. And so this is about University of Arizona at a glance. You can see that we offer 300 plus undergrad majors, and you can see
Yeah.
200 plus masters, doctorate, and professional programs. And we have students from 120 plus countries, who are pursuing their higher education in the University of Arizona. That means we have diversified, international
Yeah.
students in the campus. And you can
Yeah.
also see the student to faculty ratio, which is 17:1, which is, I would say, pretty good ratio, because each and
Yes.
every student would be getting the equal amount of attention that he or she has to get. And coming to the area of the campus, you can see that
Mm.
it's 375 acres, and it has a beautiful campus,
Yep.
right? So if you are looking at the university with a huge acres of campus, that means there is going to be a lot of opportunities for on-campus jobs as well. That's
Yeah.
going to be an advantage.
Yeah.
So yes, Tucson, if you talk about the climate, it's 350 sunny days. Students don't have to go through any harsh climatic conditions. It's going to be pretty much same like Indian weather, I would say. And looking at the location, you can see that it's very close to California, California state. You can see some of the
Mm.
popular cities or
Yeah.
major cities like San Diego. You can see Los Angeles and San Francisco. You can also see one of the popular tourist area, which is Las Vegas,
Yeah.
right? So if you
Yeah.
take Tucson area into consideration, we have a population of 1 million, and you can also see it's rated as top 5 among the best air quality, cities all over the US. And it's
Yeah.
also, popular as or named as city of gastronomy according to the UNESCO, right?
Yeah.
So yes. So
Yeah.
coming to the academics, yes,
Yeah.
Sandhya.
Yeah. Well, I'm also telling the same. What are the popular and career promising courses offered by the university?
Yes, we do have some of the popular programs in University of Arizona, which has humongous reputation. I would say I'll take you through that as well. So, but before that, I would also want to share it with you guys what exactly University of Arizona has to offer to our Indian student community. All right.
Yeah.
You can see there are so many colleges, academic colleges. You can see College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, Applied Science and Technology, Engineering, Fine Arts, College of Law. So all these colleges are, inside the University of Arizona. I understand this is going to be little, tricky to understand. But the only thing is here in India we call it as departments. So if you
Yeah.
take an engineering college into consideration, they would call mechanical department or computer science, IT, architecture. So here in University of Arizona, they would call it as colleges. That's the only difference. But definitely, I'll take you through some of the popular and some of the highest ranked courses in the entire US, especially in University of Arizona. You can see space sciences, aerospace engineering, climate sciences are, one of the top courses which has high standards of quality or education quality, I would say. And we've also been associated with NASA, and you can also see some of the pictures in my next slide.
Yeah.
So, University of Arizona is the first university unit to manage a mission to Mars, right? And
Okay.
it's also headquarters of multiple world-class telescopes based in Arizona. And University of Arizona also produces the largest mirrors made for use in optical telescopes. So by this you can understand what aerospace, engineering or space sciences or climatic sciences, is going to offer to the students, especially the department.
Yeah.
So you can see space sciences department. We have both undergrad and graduate, and you can see on the left hand side some of the programs which are included for in undergrad level: aerospace engineering, astronomy, mechanical engineering, optical engineering, and sciences. And we also have certain minor programs: astrobiology, astrophysics, and planetary sciences. So coming to the master's level, programs, we have some of the concentrations in space science to choose from. I would say aerospace and mechanical engineering, aerospace systems, optical sciences, astronomy, astrophysics, planetary sciences, robotics, and automation. So yes, as I was, talking about climate sciences, we are rated as first in limnology, according to Center for World University Rankings, and we are ranked as second in water resources, according to Shanghai rankings. And you can also see that we are ranked as 28th. This particular climate science program is ranked as 28 in earth sciences, according to Shanghai rankings, and you can see ranked
Okay.
as 30th in ecology Shanghai rankings, right? So as I mentioned, climatic sciences, the world's largest controlled environmental laboratory that we have on campus, that means inside the University of Arizona, right?
Yeah.
And you can also see there are some of the innovative interdisciplinary unit developing solutions to climate changes. That means we have so many research programs for the international students to get into in terms of climatic sciences if they are interested in, right? So again, University Water Research team has helped large population grow and thrive in the Arizona desert in 20th century, and we also positioned to help to solve 21st century water shortages around the globe. Right. So
Yeah.
that way you can understand the immense popularity of the program. Again, climate sciences, we do have certain concentrations to choose from. these are the undergrad concentrations, and these are the master's level concentrations. I would say University of Arizona has covered almost all the disciplines,
Yeah.
in terms of
True.
programs. Name
True.
the program, and we have it. So,
Yeah.
so if you can look at the concentrations in graduate level programs, we have agriculture, we have atmospheric sciences, hydraulics, environmental engineering, ecology, etc. Environmental sciences as well, engineering, innovation, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. So you can
Yeah.
just mix and match your minors, majors, and you can design your own syllabus. So that way it would be advantageous for you as well, so that you'd be able to, jack of all, I would say.
Yeah.
So coming to the Eller College of Management, you can see some of the rankings here. It's a department of business, or business and management, I would say. And 90% of the students who pursued in Eller College of Management in University of Arizona, you can see that there were 90% career outcomes for graduates. That means there are going to be a lot of scope for the students to get into any internship after the completion of course, or I would say some of the OPT placements,
Yeah.
because University of Arizona has partnered with major businesses in and around the Arizona state. Those
Okay.
Fortune 500 companies would be coming down to offer internship placement assistance, or it could be, campus-wide career fairs, or it could be, industry networking events as well, which would fetch an immense opportunity or scope for the students to, explore different opportunities.
Yeah.
So again, you can see some of the programs. We have cybersecurity, entrepreneurship, healthcare management, management of information systems, marketing, MBA program, accounting, etc. You
Yeah.
can see architect some of the programs in College of Architecture, Planning, Landscape. You can see the rankings as well. We are ranked as the ninth most admired architecture school in the entire US, and we can also see we are ranked as 11th top urban planning program. Some of the programs which are included or associated with architecture, you can see architecture, design, arts and practice. You can see real estate development, urban planning, landscape architecture, sustainable built environments, etc. Yes,
Yeah.
campus life. So as I mentioned earlier, we have diversified international students. We have students who are coming down from 120 plus countries around the world. So that means the student can also, get a feel of different cultures altogether when, at the campus, I would say.
Yeah.
So 100% engagement. We have 600 plus student clubs and organizations to keep the students busy. We are not just focusing on the academics, but also into different arts clubs, sports. We also have a cricket team, which is representing University of Arizona in league system. I know most of our Indian students would want to play cricket wherever they go. So we have certain teams like that where we can just enjoy the sport, whichever you like. And
Yeah. True.
coming to the most important part, the employment, because I would say most of the students who are pursuing their masters abroad would want to get a job as soon as they complete their masters,
Yeah.
and also on campus jobs because they also want to support their expenses. They want to pay their own tuition fee, they want to pay for their living expenses. So in terms of that, you can see that we have a career development office on campus. That means research opportunities from day one, and we
Okay.
generally post 10,000 plus jobs on the portal, which are going to be on campus jobs. So as I mentioned, we have a huge campus, 375 acres plus campus. That means every international student would get a fair chance to apply for any graduate assistantship, or it could be on campus jobs, or it could be a teaching assistantship. So there is a lot of scope for them to, grab the
Yeah.
opportunity, work on campus and earn for themselves.
True.
So yes,
Uh,
we do have on-campus housing as well. So we have four housing districts 23 dormitories from, you know, from a wide range of options. We have 11 plus living learning communities. And if you take academic support, student success district, we have think tank, wherein students who would want to get into innovation research programs, if they would want to work on some projects, if they want to work on some typical projects of their own choice, because most of the students are now trying to put more focus on innovation. So that's
Yeah.
that's this particular department or academic support center, or you can call it as student success district, would come into the picture, and there'd be a lot of support also from the university directors or the dean of the department. All these support system would be there for the students to get into the innovation part, research programs, everything, I would say.
Yeah.
So
That's
yes,
perfect, Srikanth. Yeah. Yeah,
so if you
Srikanth, can you share the information on application deadlines and the available intakes for an international students?
Okay. So if
Yeah.
you take the master's level programs into consideration, it's
Hmm.
highly competitive, I would say, because if
Yeah.
you take fall 2023, the deadlines for most of the programs in University of Arizona has been closed by December.
Closed. Yeah.
Yes.
True.
So
True.
we are now accepting applications for spring 2024, where for spring 2024 the deadlines are going to be July 14th for some of the programs.
Okay.
July 14th. That means next
July
month.
14th.
You have
Oh,
another 40 days. And
yeah.
yes, for computer engineering and data science, or we could say business analytics, we are accepting applications for fall
Fall.
2024 as well.
Okay.
Fall. So now you can understand what is the amount of competition that we have, in terms of the application process. Because if you take data science program into consideration, for fall 2023, we received almost 1900 change applications from India, wherein
Okay.
we were able to give only 298 offer letters.
Okay.
So that's like 1:6 ratio.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we generally ask our students, especially students from India, if they want to apply for University of Arizona, we ask them to apply as soon as possible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But for undergrad level programs, yes, we are still accepting applications for fall, and we have very popular programs as computer science, you can say data analytics, all these, all the disciplines covered. So
Yeah.
coming to the undergrad, programs tuition fee would be $39,000 per year.
Okay.
But we have uh, we are giving out a huge amount of scholarships to our international students, and the
Perfect.
scholarship amount would start from $10,000 to $22,000 per year. So that's a
Super.
huge amount, I would say, because
Yeah, definitely. Mm.
we recently got couple of offers, especially from Hyderabad and also from Kochi, Kerala region, where the students got $22,000 as scholarship per year, and those
Oh,
students were very happy, and they've also processed for fall 2023 intake.
yeah.
So coming to the master's level programs. So master's level
Hmm.
programs, the tuition fee would be $32,000 per year again. So the same amount of scholarship would be applicable for both undergrad and masters. Yes, we did
Okay.
get uh, $18,000 as scholarship for one of the masters level program. Sorry, for one of the student at masters level who applied for masters level very recently. So
Hmm.
the structure would remain somewhere from $10,000 to $22,000 per year for masters level programs.
Okay.
And yes, coming to the application fee, we do have an application fee of $95. But in case if you are applying or if you are processing your application through Uni Experts, we would be happy to waive off that application fee for all the students who are applying through Uni Experts.
Yeah, that's great, Srikanth.
even for undergrad level and master's level as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Srikanth, may I know the entry requirements towards academics, GRE, and TOEFL, both UG and PG?
Sure. So for undergrad level, I would say TOEFL would be 79 minimum,
Okay.
and if it in case the student is attempting IELTS, the minimum score has to be 6.5.
Okay.
And if you take master's level courses into consideration, TOEFL it remains same 79, but the IELTS, if the student is considering IELTS, it's going to be 7.0. So most of the programs are demanding for 7.0, but there are certain limited set of programs which would ask for 6.5.
Okay. So,
Right.
GRE, about GRE?
So GRE or GMAT both have been waived off for now for international
Oh,
students. So there is no
super.
requirement. But in case if the student already has GRE or GMAT, then that would add, to his profile
Okay.
when the
Wait.
university is considering about the scholarship.
Okay. Okay. Can you brief us about the application process and offer TAT in the university?
So application process would be pretty much simple, Sandhya. All
Yeah.
you have to do is just ask the student to submit all the academic documents, and academic documents would include semester-wise mark sheets, consolidated marks memo, and also provisional certificate.
Mm-hmm.
So apart from these, we require three letters of recommendation. It could be either from the university, or if the student is working somewhere, then
Okay.
professional letters of recommendation also would be good. And along
Okay.
with it, we require a statement of purpose, and of course a resume,
Okay.
all these regular documents. We're not asking for something new.
Okay. Okay, Srikant, if the student is still pursuing the bachelor's like that, in that case, can you accept the bona fide certificate like that?
Yes, we do accept those kind of scenarios as well. But
Okay.
what we generally ask the students to do is, uh, because the application process would be especially at University of Arizona, is something different. What they do
Okay.
is they keep gathering, or they gather all the documents till the deadline, and then
Okay.
after the deadline they will start reviewing it. So
Okay.
let's say, for an example, if a student is currently pursuing their 4.1 or 4.2, and he has not got the results yet, but
Hmm.
still he applied for University of Arizona. And there is another student who completed his bachelor's, and he has the consolidated marks memo where he can just show off his GPA. So
Okay.
obviously, University of Arizona would give preference to the student who already completed, because they can look at the score,
Okay.
so they can
Okay. Understood.
evaluate the profile easily.
Mm-hmm.
But
True.
if the student is still in the 4.1, and if he wants to take a chance, if he wants to see if University of Arizona, if we are giving the student an offer, we don't mind taking the application at
Okay. So we can submit the remaining documents before the deadline as well.
all. Yes, you can do that, or you can do that at the time of requesting for an I-20.
Okay. Okay. That's perfect. Yeah. Why the USA is a highly preferred study destination for an international students?
Yes, that's a good question, Sandhya.
Yeah.
Since a very long time, US has been the favorite destination for Indian students, especially.
Mm-hmm.
I would not say it's just confined to Indian students, but a lot of other countries around the world, they utilize the optional practical training criteria which would be given to the students after the completion of course.
Yeah.
So that's called OPT, wherein the students would be given 3 years or 1 year, depending on the program that they choose. If a let's say if a student is choosing a non-STEM designated program, he would be given 1 year of OPT
CPT.
after the
Mm-hmm.
completion of course. That is work permit.
Mm.
But if you
Yeah.
take a STEM designated course student, he would be getting
Mm.
3 years of work permit,
Mm.
wherein he can utilize his capabilities, or he can utilize his talent to talent
Mm.
to work somewhere, and he can get a good reputation in the company he's working for. And obviously, United States has been a dream destination, I would say. And
Yeah, true.
our Indian students would love to get into the US. They want to work, they want to earn, and they have a good quality of life there. If you take
Yeah.
if you compare it with any other countries around the world. And yes, especially international students would be given equal, or equal amount of opportunities when you compare with local students as well. Equal amount of opportunities. So
Yeah.
all these would make United States as one of the favorite destinations around the world.
Yeah, true, Srikanth. Yeah, what are the accredited courses available and the accreditation agencies associated with the University of Arizona?
So, Sandhya, at this point of time, I don't have accurate information about this, but give me
Okay,
some time. I'll definitely get back to you with accurate information about the accreditations,
sure,
or
Srikanth, no problem.
about the university as well.
Yeah, you already told about the career guidance and all, but what are the sort of facilitations are provided to the students with respect of their career guidance?
All right. So if you take University of Arizona, it has a history of 150 years old, and we've
Mm.
been supporting all the students, be it local students or international students, in terms of
Mm.
launching their career. So if you take the services that the students would get, I would say the student would be getting internship placement assistance.
Mm.
They could be a part of campus-wide career fairs, as I mentioned. They could be part of industry networking events, because
Mm.
as I earlier mentioned, University of Arizona has partnered with major businesses like Amazon, Boeing, you could say Intel, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these Fortune 500 companies, which would be coming down to University of Arizona, giving out all these opportunities for the students. It's not just confined to local students, but also to all the international students. So
Oh, super.
that is the amount of support that we give out to all the students.
Okay. Can you share the safety guidance provided to an international students?
So safety guidance, as I mentioned, there has not been a single incident. A single incident. If you take around 50 or 80 years old into consideration, uh,
Okay.
and the University of Arizona is considered to be one of the safest campuses in the entire US. So we
Mm.
have our own security who would be taking care of the students. There is no untoward situation that has happened. So we also have in-house housing. That means
Okay.
on-campus housing,
On
where the
campus.
students can
Mm.
feel secure
Mm.
inside the campus, because we have four housing districts where they can choose their own criteria of room or housing or boarding, wherein the students
Yeah.
don't have to particularly go out of the campus. So we are providing a particular shield to all the students, international students or local students, not to get into any untoward situation. So yes, that
Yep.
would be it.
Yeah. Thank you, Srikanth. Last but not the least, can you share the insight on the on-campus placements of at the University of Arizona?
Right. So on campus, till now we were talking about the scope of the future, or scope of launching the student's career after the completion of course. But if you take University of Arizona on campus job situation, uh, as I mentioned, we post 10,000 jobs on the
Oh,
portal of University of Arizona. So the portal access would be given to all the students who enroll themselves into University of Arizona, right?
yeah,
So they
yeah,
can just log into the portal. They can look at the available jobs that they can take up, or it could be graduate assistantships, it could be teaching assistantships, or they could be an opportunity for them to work in the libraries or canteens or any housing districts, or it could be anything. Because as I mentioned, it is a 375-acre campus. So the
okay,
the the larger area of the campus, there is going to be a larger opportunities for the students as well to get on campus jobs. And if
Yeah.
you take any graduate assistantships into consideration, the average amount of money or the stipend that the student would get is $6,000 to $7,000 per semester.
Okay.
And this $6,000 to $7,000, that's going to be an average, but it could
Hmm.
be above or it could be below
Uh,
6,000, 7,000 as well.
yeah. Many thanks to you, Mr. Srikanth, for spending your valuable time with us and making this session more informative.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, viewers. I hope the session is informative for everyone. For any further details on the USA process, please contact or visit our nearest Uni Experts office. And also, we are coming up with the USA pre-departure sessions in all the cities, and we are conducting the biggest global education fairs in the month of July. For further updates, please do follow our social media pages. Thank you. Thank you so much for the viewers.
Thank you, Sandhya. Thank you, Chaitanya, and also Aditya for coordinating with me and the team for making this event successful. And as Sandhya was mentioning, yes, Experts is hosting a huge global education fair in Vijayawada, Vizag, and the other locations. And I would be a part of it. If you want to know more insights about University of Arizona, I'd be happy to share that information with you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Srikanth. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.